Hey,
Hey, Vera. How are you?
pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good.
That's good.
I was like, is Vera coming on? I knew you were coming on. But
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know why it's always like. Do you see all your comments like this?
they're down low, or is
Well,
it covering the screen?
it's covering the whole screen.
So right above your head, am I showing up at the top or the bottom?
You're at the top.
Okay, so on the top of yours, just like tap your thumb and they should lower down.
I just made them go up. Okay. I just made them go up, I think. Wait, hold on. It's saying follow.
Because if you because they come up if you swipe up. So if you just swipe down, just top like the top of your head and swipe down.
Yeah, it's not doing it. I don't know why it's like that. That's weird.
I wish I could show you because it's weird. I have to play.
When I click them, they all come up. So like I see words.
Try to do a double click, like right on your face or like right above the top comment.
Yeah, just
nothing still.
That's so odd. Well, I see everything.
Yeah, because I want to tell you just touch the top and drag down also. Because that's what I'm doing. Like I'm swiping up in there and then swiping down and they disappear.
That's about as much as it could be, huh?
So you should only see about like 1.5 when
you now it is. Down. What it was is I had help. They touch your screen and it brings it off of my screen.
Okay.
So I was touching screen. Yeah, I was just touching the half that I was on. But this is interesting because I usually can see my whole
whole face.
I can't see anything, but it's cool.
You good now?
I'm gonna rock with it.
Am I always on the top when we get on? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just always look and I don't see. I know when people comment on yours, I can see. Oh, but mine always has something on it, and that was interesting to me. Well, no, not. Yeah, it just depends.
I think too, because you're at the bottom and that's where the comments are, so you're always going to see them. Versus since I'm at the top, so you should always see about 1.5 comments at your thingy, and then if you swipe up, you could see all of them. But you should always just see like 1.5, like this much of the comments on yours.
Well, they're not. I'm not tripping. We here to talk. I don't have to be seen. I just always try to make sure I'm learning.
Hi guys, welcome. It is Sunday, Sipping Live Sunday.
It's been a week, man.
Who you telling? I'm just ready for the month to be over. That's all I'm gonna say.
It is over,
or the year to be over. It's something.
He's like, I'm done. What you sipping on tonight?
I don't know if y'all see what I posted, but I had some rosé. But now I got some Snoop Cali rosé from 19 Crimes. And I didn't drink this whole bottle myself. Someone came over because they were helping me get organized with business, organize my schedule and stuff. So we just sipped on some rosé while doing it. But so I have that to finish, and then I have my 19 Crimes Cali rosé, the Snoop Dogg one. And you know, as you all know, we talked about what pairs with rosés: seafood, grilled meats, you know, some cheeses. This one is actually only 10.5 alcohol volume. This one was 12.5. Oh shit, sorry. So I'm a little on the lower side today. What you sipping on?
I actually, it's Menage a Trois Sweet Collection. It's a Dolce Sweet Red Blend. It's 9.5%, and it says that it is. It has notes of dark blackberry and raspberry, and it has warm notes of cherry vanilla. and it's just as good for every day. It doesn't say what it's paired with, but the sweetness scale is here on the back, and it said it's a medium sweet. So this will be interesting. I actually had.
Let me see that bottle.
Yeah, it was that. I didn't get this one. This was picked for me, so this is cool.
It looks good because I'm used to their bottles looking different, so it gives like a little touch of luxury, a little speciality.
We're dealing with this cold weather. I love the fall, but I'm so glad we're finished with the rain.
Yeah, it rained on I think Thursday or Friday here, and it's cold today. Like it's cold today.
Okay.
Yeah,
like how cold?
Her nose was all red. Her little hands were cold, and we were only outside like a minute.
Well, what are we? Fall is over. We're going into winter now, right?
Well, fall just started in the end of September. So in December, I think we go into winter. So yeah, pretty much going into winter.
Oh, okay. We're good to go. What are you guys drinking on in the live? What are you guys having? I know Arkansas Barbie, you having the lemon water. They said it's still fall. I'm having a hard time getting my thing off. I don't know if it's
a twist thing.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's because my hands are cold or I'm gonna give it a minute. It's been cold all day. It seems like I'm gonna try it again in a few minutes to let my hands not climb up.
You got a towel or something?
I had I'm gonna see if I can pull this right here. It's acting like it don't want to open.
I guess they said no sipping live for you. No,
it's like
the live, but not the sip. Oh, Meredith says she's having ice cream.
Okay.
Is it spiked?
Is it Kahlua?
Is it Bailey's?
Ice cream is good. I think it's interesting. Ice cream in the cold weather. Have you done that before? It's good.
I got some ice cream in there now. I've been eating on for 2 weeks.
Yeah. What's the flavor, Meredith, you have? What's the flavor ice cream you're having?
Dang, you really struggling with that, Wayne.
Man, and I don't even. All I can feel is how cold this is.
Dang, it's that cold in LA?
So I'm gonna get some assistance in a minute. I'll wait for a minute.
Dang, it's that cold in LA? What's going on?
I'm the worst. It just gets cold for me.
But you know how LA people are. One lick of cold, and they be like, "What's going on?"
Okay.
Thank you.
I had to get some assistance.
So set support. We need that white tickle.
He said, "You passed him." I said, "Thank you."
Meredith said she's got organic cookies and cream.
Ooh.
It's alcohol free though. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna find you an alcoholic ice cream. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a spiked ice cream at our Sippin' Live brunch.
We don't want to get too live. It's a Sippin' Live. We want to keep it just this live, not too live. Too much alcohol. Too live. Speaking of alcohol, I went to a dry wedding.
And how was that? Did you pregame?
We tried some. I want to know. We got some. I don't remember what it was that I didn't buy the bottle. But it was something that we can't get here. It was only there. It was like vodka and lemon or something. And it was, you don't add it. It was, I don't even know what the proof on it was, but we pre-gamed.
So while the wedding was dry, y'all was a little sauced.
We were just chill. It was very chill. And I don't know how, I'm not saying that you have to have liquor to have a good time. But it was definitely for me, just like, I think there should be bottles popping and champagne and stuff like that. I want people to have the option. If you can't hold your liquor and you get, he said it was 35% alcohol. So then you know why I was like, it was good. It was cool. It was good. It was from Austin. So
that's the name of it?
No, it was from Austin.
Austin.
What's the name of it?
Was it called Deep Eddy Lemon? It was like in a yellow and blue label?
No, the bottle was clear because it looked like lemonade.
Like,
yeah, it looked like lemonade. Yep, that's it.
oh, they got it at Target. Well, I know it ain't at this Target.
It's
but
probably over there for you guys, not here.
yeah, maybe I'm
Because
gonna
you're
have
over
to check
that
the
way.
ABC store.
Yeah, it was over
I'm gonna have
there,
to check
not
the
here.
ABC store. Look at
Man,
me finding drinks right on cue.
man, you're a pro.
Google need to hire me. Someone who needs help with search capabilities need to hire me because I be finding shit.
Man, right away.
Right away.
Let's pour it up and jump into our conversation. I got not a PSA, but I had a little aha moment.
And I got a PSA too.
Okay.
You go first.
Okay, I'm pouring mine up before we raise our glass.
I'm over here ready to drink. I'm over here. I've been attempting to sip and I don't drink. I'm like, wait, hold on. We got a ritual here.
Let's raise our glasses and toast so we can get ready to dive into this great conversation.
In the words of Harlow, cheers.
Cheers, everyone. This smells really good.
It's good.
And this is really good. Finally, I'm back on sweet.
I was liking the bitter bitch in you.
No, I was doing it, but it was just like, where's my sweet stuff?
It was that taste when you drank it, you were like, not wanting to make the face, trying to hold it, but you.
Yeah, because I don't like it. This is good. I'm going to take another one and jump into my quick little, it's not even a rant. It was just a moment that I had. And I said, I'm going to share this because I definitely would have shared this if we were on the phone having a conversation. Yeah. So I woke up this morning and I was just like laying there in bed. And I'm like, oh gosh, you know how you kind of put everything together. For me, I always look at how I'm going to attack the day.
Yeah.
What am I going to get done? Some people say that, they have a list the night before, whatever, but I kind of try to assess how I feel and what my 100% is going to look like for that day.
Yeah.
So it was so funny to me because I was upset with myself because I had to keep restructuring what 100% looked like for me today. And I'm like, I know I'm not the only person that has these moments. And for me, the goal is to always just win the day. Don't be overwhelmed with it. And some stuff you just aren't going to be able to do. It's not because you can't do it. You physically or mentally just may not be able to do it. Yeah. So I was going back and forth with myself. Like, is your 100% really going to be get up, shower, cut up the melon, make sure that you organize these clothes, go and take some stuff off the couch. It was very like small things that on another day, that's like small stuff. I'm like knocking stuff out. But today was a very like literally, I was like, I'm going to shower. I need to, open up these boxes in here. Okay, I need to cut up this cantaloupe. It was little stuff like that I'm like, this is what winning the day. If I can just get these things done, I'm going to vacuum and then I'm done. Like, that's the win. Yeah. Anything else is extra. And I in doing that, I just was like saying, it's so important for us to really listen to our bodies and not just the physical part, just mentally what you're able to do on certain days. I know when you go to work, there are a set of things you have to do, but on those days you have off, like a Sunday or a Saturday, if you don't work the weekends, whatever day you have off, if it's not the standard weekend, really assess it, because I feel like that's a part of you refueling, and not to be so hard on yourself, because I was going back and forth on myself, like, really, you just came from not doing anything, like, but I felt like that was a whole bunch of stuff when, that was a trip, but not something I planned. And leisure, it was like, I'm going to be a part of, yay, to celebrate this. But when I got back, I just was kind of like, I don't want to do anything. I was back the other day and I'm just like, today I just found myself wanting to do very small things. So what I'm saying to anyone else, if you have those moments, don't be too hard on yourself and just base your win the day or your goals for the day on what you can do, not what you feel like I should be doing this. That's still a win. It's still a win. And I I knew if I was being hard on myself, I know somebody else has done that. And then I don't even know what that looks like if they force themselves to do more. And
Yeah.
like, how does that kind of transfer over to you didn't listen to your body? Like, you know, I did not go outside today. I did not go drive to the store. I didn't want to drive anywhere. Nothing. It's just like, nope. If it's not within these walls and it's not like, I don't want anything too overwhelming that I have to do. I don't want to really talk, or I just was really, I'm just there like that. So I've had moments with like, what does win the day look like for me? But today I've never had a battle with myself where I'm like, you could do more. It's like, no, no, that's it. So yeah, just be very sensitive to that. And when the day can be restructured all the time. It's not always gonna look the same. You're 100% yesterday may not look like you're 100% today, but you're still getting stuff done. And that was my like, moment.
That's how I've been. So my last day at work was Wednesday because Friday was a holiday, and I took Thursday off because I was originally going to take Friday off till I realized it was a holiday, because it was 11/11, and that's when I just set my intentions and just have my me time. So starting Wednesday after work, I started cleaning, and then even in Thursday, like I threw so much stuff away, and I told myself Friday would be my day, my intention and manifestation day, and then I'll get back to work on the weekend. Well, the weekend came and I just didn't feel like doing anything. And in my mind, at first I was like, you know what, let me just try to do something, but my body wouldn't allow me. So I was like, you know what, F it, I'm just going to lounge. So for the weekend, it was just like me and Harlow went to have brunch on Saturday across the street at the new restaurant that opened, took a walk, watched the movies, watched shows with Harlow, played with her, you know, just doing little things. Even today, like when you would text me, me and Harlow and Q, we were at brunch at the place across the street. And we have to run just a few errands, but other than that, it's been just like tidying up, doing with Harlow. Then my friend came over to help me get my calendar structured for the next couple months. And some things on the list for New Year's pertaining to business. But I feel you. It was one of those weeks, the half of the week where I was like, you know what? Just, I'm not doing anything. I need this time. My body's telling me, my mind's telling me. It's just like, I don't want to talk to no one. I just want to do what I need to do and just recoup and, like you say, refuel and refresh. You know, so that's what the half the week has been for me, because it's just like I've been running myself ragged, you know. So it felt good to just say, you know what, my 100% is cleaning and sitting here watching movies with Harlow.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah,
sometimes it's that way. Well, maybe it's something going on. I mean, I don't know if anybody in the live is feeling that way. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But I say, don't fight it. Give into it and just figure out, you know, restructure what your 100% is going to look like for that day. It's not every day. And that's another thing I was telling myself. I'm like, it's not every day, Beryl. Why are you tripping like you're doing it every single day? Like, just chill out. It's not every day. But I really felt like, oh my God, it's every single day. But I needed it. You know, even when I'm finished with Sipping Live, it's like I just want to do very minimal. Kind of lounge. And just, I'm always really grateful, but just some things, I'm just taking a lot of stuff in. I'm just really, really like, man, I'm so grateful just for so many different things. So, you know, I don't know, sometimes your mind or your spirit, I just feel like it's an interesting reset for me today. Because I usually will go back and forth. I'd be like, I'm only doing this, but it was a struggle. But I'm here.
We here every we here, because I know sometimes on Sundays I be like, oh, I'm so exhausted, and then I go take my shower before Sipping Live. I start putting on my makeup and I just get ready, and then my energy like peps up, you know, because I start my day so early. I be exhausted, but then once I start getting ready, I'm ready, girl. I'll be like, hell yeah, let me take a sip of this wine. That's why my bottles be open too. I'm like, okay, this pre-game, I put on my little, you know, lipstick and my contouring.
Said you pre-gaming, huh? Let me
And
get
as soon as I click off, I'm washing the face and I'm going straight. I have straight to bed.
Well, you still, I mean, you showed up and you're giving your best. That's a good thing too, because it's like I gave 100%. That's what 100% is.
Yep.
That's a good thing. What was your PSA?
So my PSA is, if you are going to call yourself a friend, then be a friend. Don't be a half-ass friend. Like, we all friend in different ways, and sometimes I may lack in certain areas, but then I make it up in other areas. But if you have an underlying issue with your friend, let them know, or just go away. You know what I'm saying? Because just don't make it about a small thing and then it's really something else. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is where I feel like the shedding needs to happen.
Did you say just go away?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a couple of questions about that PSA. Couple. But just go away. That's like, just go away. But the other thing, the first thing you said was, if you're going to be a half friend, I don't think people know, based on maybe the friendships they've had, you got to either show or communicate to people. We talked about this before, like, this is my standard of friendship. Or you make adjustments. I find making adjustments are better. Yeah. Because you can't, I remember Jay-Z says this line in a song, you can go to school, but you can't buy class. Some people just will never be those type of friends. This is their lane. They're good. They're not bad people. And this is where they flourish. They don't do well over here. Because everybody's not exactly the same. I think you are truly blessed if you get friends that operate all on the same level. They all are go-tos. You can take them everywhere. You know, at a drop of a dime, they're going to do this. You're winning. If you got across the board a couple of people that are like that, I think there's some core things that your friends could have. Like, you know, if you call your friends at 2 a.m. in the morning, your friend is going to answer. Yeah. And then you can tell them the situation, and each of them may handle the situation differently. But there's some of them across the board. If you're like, I need help, they're gonna get in their car and come to you. That's like the foundation. That's across the board, no matter the caliber of individual, no matter if you got one, like they say, that's the ratchet friend. This is the friend that you can take places. It's the friend that might be a little, you know,
compartmentalization of it.
Right. But I think that some people only have an understanding after they're with someone and have given the title away so freely that they don't really fit the requirements of what you desire for friendship. Yeah. I think the title is given prematurely because they pay for a couple of lunches, or we see each other, or we have a couple of things in common, or we might have had a he-man or she-man woman hater. You know, we mad, we bashing the dudes, we had some drinks, or, you know, and I think those are mistaken for friendships, and they're not. You know, I think that people have coworkers that they get along with very well, or people that have been around for a long time, and you have things or hobbies in common. That is not constitute giving them the title of friendship. You got to earn that. You know, so that's why when you said, if you a half-ass friend, I mean, do they even know that they're being half? Do they know what your requirements are?
I think they do.
You think have you communicated this before?
I'm 100% sure that they do, because I know their requirements as well. Okay. This is definitely a combo for us, because something did happen last week and it bothered me this weekend, and it was just like, oh, okay. You block me on social media and then put fake. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this really happened?
Yeah. That's why that's my PSA.
Oh, okay. That was a good PSA, but don't go into that one. Don't.
We go into it off record.
That's
but
for
I have to PSA it because if I try to give 100% in a relationship, in a friendship, in a situationship, a family ship, And for something so minor, you couldn't come and talk to me, but instead you blocked me. Well, you told me you blocked me the next day.
Mm.
And then I happened to see what you posted because Harlow, because you and Hart, you follow Harlow's page. I had no idea I was blocked. I had no idea there was even an issue.
How are you gonna see something through the baby's page though?
And it was like, you know how you do your little TikToks or your little reels with the sound and stuff, but then the caption was like fake friends, fake type stuff. And it was like, but I know that it was geared towards me, because when we had the conversation the day after you did it, which I found out the day after, it was just kind of like, oh, so we couldn't just talk about this minuscule thing that didn't even have to be this. So now I have to operate differently because not Harlow giving tea. Then I have to operate differently because now I'm going to feel away.
But, you know? Well, I don't know, because I like when we have guys in the comments too. I don't know if us as girls or women, we dig a little deep. You know, you said you had a conversation the day after. I just feel like I like when the reveal happens. It doesn't feel good, but then I know where not to invest my time, efforts, and energy.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna fight you because you were able to discard me. Cool. Okay, let me move on. Because however you was feeling, I'm gonna let you go through that.
Yeah.
Let you go through and experience the block, the time you need without me.
Yeah.
Because I'm an asset.
Yeah.
I'm worth having as a friend. I know my qualifications and what I come to the table with. I don't say that in arrogance. I value me. Yeah. And I know the type of person I am. So I think that if you don't want to fight, I'm not going to fight for it either. So if you're like, block, I receive it. I respect it. That's me as a friend. I respect it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just knew, like we talk about, let the shedding begin. You know, let the shedding begin. Period. And that's my PSA.
So your PSA is just
let that shit go.
So if people are showing you who they are, you're just saying if they're not being real friends, be done with it?
Believe them and let them shed. Go get your lip brush.
Hey.
And that's all I gotta say. Don't let it take up too much of your energy.
Well, I think a lot of that stuff is gonna start happening as the new year approaches.
Yeah.
People make these, I'm about to change, I'm about to clean out my closet, I'm about to unfollow some people. I love it.
I'm like, yeah, unfollow me. I give 2 fucks.
Yeah. What bowl you starting from today?
I guess I'm gonna do some spicy.
Okay.
Can you be with a man who is a virgin, or can you be with a woman who is a virgin?
What?
If you were single and you started dating, can you do what you gotta do, boo? Can you be with a man who is a virgin? And if you're a man, can you be with a woman who is a virgin? Like, do you feel like you gotta taste that before you get into something? Solid.
That's not even a taste. They haven't even had experience.
Yeah, so can you be with a virgin?
Oh, dang. How old are you meeting this person? Are you guys 2 kids? Young people that are virgins meeting each other?
Let's say our age, or let's say late 20s up. So let's say like 26 up.
And you're not a virgin.
Up.
So you're not a virgin, but they are.
Yes.
You meet them, and you will be their very first sexual experience.
Yes.
And this
so
is
a woman or man, can you be with a virgin? So for the men, can you be with a woman who is a virgin? For us women, can you be with a man who is a virgin?
Well, I feel like there's so much that develops before you get to the sex. Dang, that just seems like it's such a crazy question, because I'm like, a virgin? Those are like unicorns. That's That's
So
what
mind you, I saw the unicorn thing on that cocktail podcast, or was it Horrible Decisions, where she was like, I have my first unicorn experience in Mexico.
Well, I'm trying to understand how I know I'm probably asking like you got a whole backstory, but I think it would depend on how I met them, and are we getting into a relationship? Like, if we are, I'm gonna say, yeah,
in a relationship sense. So you meet someone and y'all gone on dates and stuff, and everything is checking off. Like, wow, maybe I can see myself with them. Maybe we can be partners, girlfriend and boyfriend. Don't even got to get to the marriage yet, but you meet someone and the whole sex question has never come up, and then maybe you guys decide to be intimate and they say, oh, I'm a virgin.
Yeah, I could. I'm not saying this because they have to be great at sex. It doesn't mean we're gonna stay together, because some people don't stay together for a whole bunch of other reasons. But I wouldn't just get rid of them if they're checking off all the other boxes. Then I wouldn't just get rid of them because they were a virgin. I would continue to explore the relationship. I wouldn't just be like, nah, we can't. I'm not about to do all this with you.
So what if you guys get in a relationship and they don't want to have sex until you guys are married?
Well, we would just talk about what our time frame was for marriage.
Then say you got married and y'all had sex and it was thin and long, short and thin, like a thumb. Like, what if it wasn't all that it could be? Do you stay in your marriage because of all the other qualities?
Well, question. We have to define what was sex. And I'm just, we're grown. We can have penetration, but we can do other sexual things. Can we have foreplay?
Well, what if they didn't want to do that kind of stuff?
Well, what are we doing?
So you just wouldn't know. You're just stimulated mentally and emotionally.
Well, we never kiss or nothing?
Well, yeah, you could kiss, but don't mean you check. But even if you did have the ability to touch on their genitals.
Okay. You can?
What if you can?
Okay.
Does that still constitute when you have sex it's going to be good?
No, but that would definitely let me know how creative I could get and how they could too. I mean, you asked.
Okay, so what if you couldn't touch? Will you still be able to get creative?
No.
After?
I want to know why. Well, I'm not saying they can't. I want to know why they didn't want me to. And you're gonna laugh. You're gonna say, I'm just saying. What if they're hiding something? And this is no disrespect to anybody, but there are people walking around that are different genders, that look one way. So there's a lot on the table now that I would just want to be like, are you hiding something from me?
Yeah,
I want to know everything,
Yeah.
So these are things, and because of those types of things specifically, I just want to have all the information I need. I don't want nobody. Yeah, no. What's the comments saying? You over there? I can't see the comments.
Meredith said, what I want them to have a little experience. J. Lou said, or Journey of a Legend said, yeah, I could. Meredith said, I guess if they have a great personality and I'm really interested. Journey of a Legend said, damn, LOL, and said, you got to be creative if you have a Vienna sausage.
I can see Josiah from here. I want to know.
I want to know. I know you see that.
I saw that. He wants to drive the car before he buys it.
I'm there with you, Josiah.
Well, I saw, who was it? Jada Waiter, Lil Baby's,
oh yeah,
the mother of his child. She said she got to try the D before they can even go together. Cause
did you say she got on the first night?
Okay, I want to say this. What does someone's sex game have to do with their priorities and their intangibles? To me, that's all backwards. But hey, to each his own. So if he laid a pipe, that means, well, I don't want to be that person, but look what she's dealing with now. He laid good pipe, and he laid some good pipe to some other people too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
you other people.
The priority was, I need to know. You do know. You got a baby.
Yep.
You know he laid the pipe.
And you know about the other ones who laid the pipe on too.
Yeah. And he's paying people to lay the pipe.
Oh yeah, that girl allegedly in Vegas.
Yeah, so my thing is like that shouldn't be for me. That's not high on my list of priorities. I need to, but as we progress in the relationship and it's getting serious, we've had little sessions where I kind of know we've had some creative sessions. We may not have had sex yet, but there's some creative sessions that have happened. I might have got you off. We know some things. You can't touch down there. Don't do that right there. Don't, If a girl is doing something like that, I'm imagining a man doing that. Because you said a woman and a man. Can you imagine you trying to give some?
Nah, baby, nah.
He's like, no, not yet.
My light bulb gonna go off. Be like,
I'm trying. I want to give you this snake, but I want to get. Like, how does that work?
I'm mad though. You said, at least I'll know, so I know how creative I gotta get.
Yeah.
Wait, Journey of a Legend said, and you don't have to be a good pipe layer to have a baby. Josiah wrote back dead.
He's right. You don't, but she said
you don't.
But it must have been good to her.
Yeah.
Because she said she gave it up on the first night and she had a baby. But you're absolutely right. You don't have to be to put a baby in somebody.
As long as that semen comes flow down, them little fish be like.
And I think, do you think that's something that should be disclosed immediately, like on a date? And it's like, so tell me about yourself. And it's like, well, I majored in this, or this is where I work. These are my goals, and I'm a virgin. Blah blah blah.
You're what?
Yeah, I wouldn't disclose that to a dude till later, when I felt like he could even get it. Yeah, because I don't even need to tell you what's going on with it, because I don't even know if you're gonna get it yet, because you might mess it up. So,
and then is it different for a man to take a woman's virginity than a woman to take a man's virginity? Do you think it's a difference?
Damn.
Because it's the man, when you think taking someone's virginity, you think the man taking the female, and it's like, oh, I waited for this. I'm ready for this. But then a man, do you think they're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm about to do, oh my gosh, they done watching American Pie and all kinds of stuff. Do you think men do that to prep for their virginity loss?
Well, I feel like it's always a double standard when it comes to the man and the woman. I think it's equally should be a moment for either one of them.
Yeah.
Because they're still inexperienced. And you still need to know what for me, there would be some talks if I was dealing with somebody that was a virgin, because I would want to know what they've exposed their minds to. What's their level of expectation? What are things that they've thought about? I want to know, because I'm like, have you been watching porn, or what's the furthest you've gone? We'd have some real candid conversations, because I think, especially like just kind of going back to one of the topics we had in the previous Sipping Live, there's a lot of porn out there now. Yeah. And it's readily available. So it's like, if your idea of your virginity, losing your virginity to me is, a Pornhub video that you got on save, that you watch repeat, and you think it's going to go like that, we need to have that conversation. You know what I mean? I need for you to talk to me about that, because the level of expectation is going to be it could be very skewed, Yeah. Yeah. And I think realistically, that is something that should happen. If you're dealing with someone that is a virgin, you guys definitely should have a conversation of the expectation of what it's going to be. They might feel like I wanted to wear all white and be carried over the threshold. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They may say, I want it to just, I want it to be so beautiful. I want candles lit. I want, you to talk to me. And I'm saying from a female, but I don't know how a man would feel either. I guess he might have been watching Pornhub and he's like, this is how I wanted my first time to be. I want to know. Those are things I want to know.
I have one side question about creativity since you brought it up. So,
what's the question?
How creative can you be with a thumb
Ooh.
size peen?
Oh, a thumb size penis?
Mm-hmm.
You said with a man?
Yeah.
How creative can the woman get? Well, it depends on what gets him off. Everybody's creative. Are you trying to get him off, or are you saying he can't do nothing for you? Are you saying for you to
do
be
nothing for me? But since you mentioned creativity, can you do something with a thumb?
Okay, so I'm making sure I'm understanding this. When you say do something with a thumb, are you looking at it like the woman found out the man that's the virgin has a penis the size of a thumb?
Yeah.
Right. And so she's thinking, damn, how creative can I get with that? Because I got to get off with that. Well, first she has to be honest with herself and know what sexually gets her goat. That's what I was saying. And if it is the penetration of a large penis, then they might want to look at some toys or some cucumbers or some whatever it is. Because I feel
whatever our toys were we were looking up 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't think you should junk a person for that unless they are just like hell bent on, you know, I'm gonna give you this Vienna, I'm gonna give you this thumb. If it's like, and you're telling them that's not doing it for me, then we can collectively come together and start looking at some stuff. Like I saw something earlier. I was watching this movie, and this lady was telling her, the dude was telling the lady, you know, why do I have to beg you to go down on me all the time? I'm always having to beg you to go down on me. And then when you're down there, you know, it's just not good. And she's like, well, at least I'm down. And they were having a whole argument. And my thing was like, why are you arguing with him? Don't argue with him. Hear what it is he's saying to you that he wants. And then you can tell him if you can or you can't. And then you guys can move on from there. I think the whole pulling back and forth, if he pulls out the Vienna and it's a deal breaker for you, you need to let him know. And you guys aren't in the relationship and he's a virgin, you need to know, right? Like, I can't do nothing with that. It's not going to work.
Back in the can.
Yeah, and you don't
get some premium crackers.
But see, you belittling them, L. You don't, because somebody is going to work that Vienna. They going to work that thumb. It's going to work for somebody. It just don't work for you. So you don't want to belittle the person and like kill off any ounce of pride that they have. And they walking around, you know, with feeling like they're not enough. They just weren't enough for you. But somebody might have him put a strap on. They might actually get a strap on and put a hole in the strap on for him to put his Vienna in the strap on. You just got, it's like
they got them nowadays. They got it.
Yeah, so he worked the shit out that strap on. He might do that, and then you might, can you jack a thumb off? I don't know. I'm just saying. Y'all
you gonna get a baby size hand.
Then you get you one of those little hands like on screen, what was that?
Screen.
Your turn and go.
Oh my God. Let me read these comments real quick. Journey of a Legend said, men friends put that pressure on them or roast them about being a virgin. Meredith said, you need to bring out the toys. Josiah said, damn. Journey of a Legend said, rub the outside of the lips because that's as far as it's going. Facts. And Josiah said, stop. Stop. And Meredith said, I'm dying. Ooh, what a way to kick off the Sip and Life.
But you know what? I like the imagination. I like the openness there. She said the toys. He's like, hit the lips. I think when people automatically like, no, that's just wrong. You're going to jump the whole car because the battery, you know, like you got to kind of explore it. I mean, I can make somebody, you know, like that can be a deal breaker, but I'm not jumping the whole car because of that. Sex is only a portion of the relationship. It needs to be good. And I think you can figure it out. You said a thumb though. Dang, L. Well, we can't leave the girls out. Don't be sideways. What issue could a girl have where a guy was just like, I'm not doing that?
Maybe she got too much depth because she been doing a little too much. I don't know.
And you know what's really messed up? This is random thought. If a man pulls out his penis, right away a woman can evaluate the situation to be like, he's got to get in there to evaluate the situation
before he can evaluate.
There's no, unless it's like looking bad.
Yep.
He's got to get in there first. So a man can get dismissed and he'd be like, dang, you didn't even let me pull out my party trick.
When she might have some poor puss.
Ah, man. Bad sex for a man. I don't know how that works because I've heard of women having no walls and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's got to be a bad experience for a man because he's in there. You can walk away in the beginning and be like,
just in there dangling.
Yeah, but
nowhere to go.
But he's in the act. That's horrible. He's already doing it though. You can like look at it, assess the situation, and be like, I'm not doing this, and leave unscathed. He's got to get in there and be like, oh shit, this is not. The package was this way.
And then he got to pretend so he can hurry and get the hell out of there.
Do you think men fake orgasms? Or do you think
that's a good question? I don't think I've ever encountered one faking one.
How would we know?
How would we know? I mean, if you see the cum on you, I guess. I don't know.
You think a man can fake an orgasm?
I feel like, yeah. I mean, what if the woman ain't got no walls? And what if he in there and he don't want to pull out like, damn, I gotta go. So what if he's in there and just like faking like he did it? And she would never know because if he gets soft afterwards, it'll seem like he already orgasmed when reality, you didn't have no walls or nothing going on down there in his thing when
Oh, so it will go down from it not being
you know, you can have sex with people and they peen can know and they just go down.
Oh man, that's wild.
You know, so what if that is how they fake an orgasm? They just kind of try to stay in there while they can and just make it like a quickie, I'm assuming. Like, that's what I'm thinking what happens is they get in there a couple pumps and they're knowing it's not right for them and they shrivel down and they just, you know, just like, they just like, oh yeah, ooh. So the only thing they got to leave with is she going to be like, damn, that's all? When in reality, he was like, damn, that's all? You know?
Damn, if a man, because women, they always talk about women faking orgasm, but if a man fakes an orgasm, he gets an Oscar. I don't even think a man would want to fake. I think a man would tell a woman, like, I didn't go. I'm
gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna have to see if there's a video that shows him faking an orgasm or something.
He might be like, "You're gonna have to use something else. Get them hands out, or let's see what that mouth do." He got options. A man has some other options, so it'd be like, "This ain't working for me."
You over there munching. I forgot to bring my snacks. I had snacks for the night too. I'm gonna have to go grab my little tortilla chips and my black bean hummus and spinach artichoke dip.
Ooh, black bean hummus. I'm gonna have to try that.
It's good. It has like a nice little hint of spice, not too overpowering, just the perfect amount. It's just so good.
What's those comments say? I see somebody.
Oh yeah. Journey of Legend said, well, it's the woman that has to be reasonable. Josiah said, yep, you wouldn't know. Josiah said, that's the point. And bingo, L. And Journey of Legend said, yep, you just lose arousal. So I'm assuming that's when the man inserts into the woman and feels like, yeah, this ain't it. And then Josiah did the dead face again. And Journey of Legend said, we have to be reasonable too.
Reasonable about what? He's saying the woman or the man?
What if the tightness goes away due to kids? I mean, I feel like there's yoni exercise. There's so much out there that you could tighten yourself up.
I almost said something really bad. I got to remember almost.
This sipping live, we're transparent.
I almost said that, but. Oh man, that's bad.
Oh, who knew we were going to be crying and sipping live tonight?
know who you're dealing with, because even if the tightness is not there, there are some, you have hands. You have to know if those are options for her or him. There's some men that are like, I don't do oral sex. The woman's like, I don't do oral sex. I don't do hand jobs. I don't do hand jobs. I don't do anal. I don't do anal. You know what I'm saying? You got to have these type of conversations so you know what your options are. Because it's like, these are my options. Okay, then I know it got to be, tight down there. We're going to have to get some toys. I just think the transparency needs to be there. If you're gonna get butt naked with somebody and have sex, you guys can talk about this type of stuff.
Yes.
It's like, my God.
That's what I meant about being reasonable.
Yeah. He's like that butt.
I can't with y'all. In the comments. Y'all are hilarious.
Can you see the comments?
Mm-hmm. That's why it was a whole bunch of no, LMAO. And then that's when Journey the Legend said, that's what I meant about being reasonable.
Yeah. You gotta know, though. I feel like sex should be just as open as what somebody is making a year.
Exactly.
You want to know what type of job they have.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, what's your profession? You want to know, you know what I'm saying, what their likes and dislikes are, and all these other things. Don't act like sex is like this subject to keep off the table. Let's table it, because I need to know what I'm working with.
Exactly.
And you need to know the percentage on your pie chart of, if that's a big thing, if sex is a big thing for you, you guys really need to make sure that's something you have a discussion about, because you may get into a full relationship, and somebody's not happy. That's no good. I sent you something. I saw this. I sent you the snippet. The question on this podcast was, if you found out that you were in a relationship with your brother, you guys have the same parents, but you've been in a relationship for some years.
6 years.
Yeah, do you break up with your brother? And I'm saying, like, stuff like that. How would we not have known that before we got into a full relationship? Did you say both of your parents died in a car accident? Like, how did that?
I know. Did you not ask?
Yeah, that's why I said that was like
questions. It was just physical attraction.
I think that question was for shock value. Like, it was fun for them to explore, but I think that in you knowing someone, you need to, like, we would have. Was there any, you guys favor each other? Did you want to know? You didn't feel anything? Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just think people need to have more conversations before giving up the asset. Mm-hmm. and dropping draws. It's like, let's
background check that shit. That's actually in my bowl. Do you background check your partner? A person you date?
What? Do you?
I mean, not a professional background check, but do you go try to find them on social media? See what they're about? Do you read the comments? See if anyone's like, damn, baby,
I don't know. They gotta be worth it. If I'm not dating you, everything is on the internet now, though. And a lot of it is not even real. People don't even look like they look on the internet in person. So I don't know if I could go with that.
Because everyone wearing filters. I can't go on Instagram or know nothing to see everyone wear filters, even the men.
I saw a guy put on fake muscles the other day on Instagram. He put on a fake muscle like piece, and then put like one of those Hawaiian shirts that was open and looked like he had a 6-pack and a nice V.
When he probably had a fupa.
No, he just had a regular stomach, but that what he put on really was out there. Yes, I said, Spartans, what is your profession? What is it? What's the comment say?
Spartans, what is your profession? Yeah, that's wild. How would I not know you're my sister after 6 years?
Right.
You didn't go meet no other family, nothing?
That was weird. I think that was for shock value.
And then I saw in there when she was like, the woman got arrested for having sex with a dog, and homegirl was like, well, what kind of dog was it? Because it matters. Because you know Mufasa was sexy.
Mm-mm. 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 That's wild.
Unless you knew you were my sibling and I didn't. And you hid from me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was a good spicy one.
And that was good. I'm gonna just do a time check. We're at 7:55. Our countdown hasn't started, but it will start.
Okay.
In maybe about 3 minutes. So what you got for us tonight? Are we keeping it spicy?
I just pulled from my spicy bowl. Is marriage a jail sentence?
Hold on. Journalist said she wanted that baby dog leg. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Journey of a Legend, I can't do you right now.
They can jump from 7 to 1?
How do you get arrested for having sex with an animal?
Animal rights.
What if that was just their preference? Is
no,
it Ethan that's coming after them?
That's rape.
No, because the dog don't know.
Because the animal don't know what's going on,
so the dog can't. Because he didn't come up.
Exactly. There's no consent. You're raping that dog. She might have been keeping food or something from him too. Like, no. You don't just start having sex with no animal.
What you gonna do for these kibbles and bits?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not engaging this with y'all. What, the animal rights people over here? I'm not condoning somebody blowing their dog back out.
Freedom!
Oh my gosh.
William Wallace.
Oh my gosh. Mm-mm. I'm not doing it. Yeah. No, that's wild. That poor dog. And then what kind of dog was it? Oh Lord. That don't even matter. It's just horrible.
They're like, it has to be a big dog.
That's too much. Well,
we got 15 seconds.
We'll start that conversation when we get back. Is marriage a jail sentence?
What you gonna do for these kibbles? All right, guys. I'm
Who
gonna
said
restart
that?
the live Journey of Legend. What you gonna do for these kibbles?
Oh my gosh.
Hey now, hey.
I have to remember that you said you don't go right back on because I kept going.
Yeah, it usually takes me about a minute, but we've been on for a cool little few minutes now.
Yeah.
Do you ever get my messages I send you the live?
No.
Because when I go back on, I be sending you the live in a DM so you'll jump on.
All I do is see, well, I don't even check the DM. I just see the thing that says that Sipping Live is live and I'll keep clicking it.
That's crazy because everyone be hopping right on.
I'm the slow one.
They don't want to let you win.
Every time we go off, I just keep looking at the thing and it'll say live, and I just keep clicking it until I can get back on. I mean, is that not the way to do it?
Yeah, that's the way to do it because it should have. As soon as I click live, it should automatically do it.
No, I don't do it.
You know how many lives since we've been on this hour that have notified me of people going live? About 6 people already in just this first hour.
Oh wow. It's a party.
What's your topic? You said
is marriage a jail sentence? And I put that in my spicy bowl because I get a little bit, I don't take it personal, but I feel like, if it's not for somebody, I get it. But I've seen it on memes, on, where it's jokingly on TV shows, or you hear people outwardly just say it like, you already know, like that's the end of their life, and specifically for men. It's like, that's the end of his life. J. Lou said, journey of a happy wife, happy life. It's just like, dang, marriage is not a jail sentence. I don't feel like it is. And I feel like, again, if you don't like it, that's cool. But don't give it this whole, negative connotation of it. Oh my gosh, like, you don't want to do that. Yeah. You'd rather go to the military before you go get married because they're pretty much the same. There's a set of rules. You got curfew. You got to do what you're told. And I don't feel like it's that way. I feel like it gets a really bad rap. And I think it's not even from experience. You hear people saying that aren't even married. They're like warning you to stay away from getting married because they were warned to stay away from getting married. But I'm like,
what have you even experienced?
Yeah, it's like, how are you telling me not to get married, but you're not married, and the people that told you aren't married? So it's like it's getting passed down, just negative, like don't do it. That's what you just don't do. Stay away, like a folklore or something. You know what I mean? Like it's right up there with Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster. Do not get married, and I feel like it gets a bad rap. I'm again, we talked about on one of the sipping lines that monogamy may not be for everybody. Some people may want the throuple with a unicorn or, whatever. I learned that on one of the lives we had, they may want that. I'm not here to go against that because I just know I have experienced 7 years of marriage. And I feel like, if I hadn't experienced marriage, I wouldn't speak so negatively against it. You still can gather information, but I feel like there's no experience specifically with a relationship. I don't have to try. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it's first thing popping up. I don't have to try crack to know that it's bad for me. So if somebody says don't do crack, I feel like the statistics show it's not good. It's not a good look. It's not good for my body. Or maybe, in the comments, is it statistics? Like, are you seeing so much of it that it gets the rap that marriage is a jail sentence because it's highlighted so much the negativity of being in a marriage? Is that what it is? Because I feel like when you're with somebody, you guys make it what you want it to be.
Exactly. Your marriage be what your marriage is.
Right. Like, is
not
it a set of
society
rules?
deems.
Yeah. Is it like a set of rules that come with it? Because it's like your relationship is your relationship. You're not patterning your relationship after someone else's. So I feel like your marriage is your marriage. There's sets of rules that are going to what makes your husband happy, what makes the wife happy, what makes whoever happy in that union is based on you guys, not based on what everyone says has to take place in a marriage. I think even ceremonies, as we witnessed over the weekend, everybody's ceremony is not the same, Some people have liquor at their wedding, some people don't.
But how I just am confused at how someone can put marriage down and they've never experienced this. So how can you tell another person that you might as well go to the military? You don't know that. Maybe some women are militant with their partners, their husband, and clearly the man likes it. The man or woman would have gotten married if they didn't feel like it was for them. If they felt like it was a jail sentence, why get married? You know what I'm saying? I don't think people get married if they felt like marriage was a jail sentence, but it's unfortunate that social media, TV shows, movies put such a negative connotation on marriage when there's nothing negative about marriage. And your relationship technically when you get married does not have to change. What changes is your last name and you put that shit on paper.
Right. But what I think happens though, I think that people want this part of it, but not this part of it. And that's how it gets negative. It's like, I want the title, I want the ring, I want to be the one. Like I'm saying specifically for women, it's like I'm the wife. The wife gets the set of privileges. I'm the wife. I have the ring. He proposed this grandiose thing, and we're having this big wedding, and it's not dry. It's going to be wet. And, we're going to just, this is going to be like the soft girl season. That's because that blew my mind. But, that I think that's the part they want. It's like you get a pizza and you pick the stuff off of it that you want. And, it's like, I'm going to keep this. So I think they want the title. They want to say, I'm married now, right? But when it comes to the cultivation of the marriage, like, this is what I'm going to need from you as my wife. And this is what I'm going to need from you as my husband. And, this is how we can further the relationship and we can, flourish. I think it's like, no, I didn't sign up for all that. I still want to do everything I did when I was single. But I want the title, this. And if anything should happen, I'm the wife or I'm the husband. And so those are things I think that give it that. I did see a comment when you were talking. It's I think Journey of a Legend said, I've never seen a man in a happy marriage. And it's just like, man, that's crazy. there's no way you can even get me to marry you unless you tricked me, because
and why are you an unhappy man in a marriage?
But I think they trick
marry
them.
the woman to make her happy. Did you not think about your own happiness,
I
or
think,
did you just choose not to be happy in the marriage?
I think that they trick them, Elle. I think that people are tricked. I don't know if it's the woman or the man, but I think things change after that title, that ceremony, everything. There, you know, if there's no liquor there, they have this whole thing, and you know, they didn't know. So maybe their marriage is happening with liquor and marriage is happening with no liquor. So those, it's definitely clearly the lines aren't blurred there. But you know, you got to kind of know what you're getting into. That's why I feel like you shouldn't jump into relationships or jump into marriage.
Well,
you need to know who you're dealing with before we can even be like, we go together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
think
we should be going together, because we can't even come to some sort of agreement on the things that I would like for you in a relationship. There's no understanding of how we can function in a relationship. Mm-hmm. We still we fighting, and we're dating. We're kind of seeing each other. Our timelines don't line up. You over here doing stuff I don't like, vice versa, and we skipped over to get married. How?
Journey of a Legend said something. He said, example, I used to stay out until 3 a.m. all the time. Now I can't. That is not something.
Is it that you can't, or you don't want to? I always say those things too, because I think that's how they start feeling like it's a jail sentence.
Mm-hmm.
The person needs to know, being in a relationship, these are things that this woman or man is going to require. Because some women may be like, I used to wear shorts and my ass was out before I caught my man. Now that I'm with my man, my ass is not out. I don't have my cleavage out. She may not dress the same way. She may not be frequenting bars like she used to. So she says, if you hear someone say, and I'm not saying that's you, Journey of a Legend, I used to could go out with my girls, but I can't. That's already a negative. Mm-hmm. You know, there's negativity connected to that. I used to could wear what I want, but I can't. That's how marriage becomes.
But did you have that communication with your partner? No. Did your partner say you can't, or you just thought all of a sudden, I'm married now, so these are the things I can and can't do?
But I think that it's either assumption or it's not discussed. It's like, these are things when somebody might be in the girl's ear saying, you know, when you get married, you cannot hang out with your friends no more. You cannot be wearing those clothes you wear, cannot do the things you used to do. And it's like, okay, well, let me get myself prepared to be married. And it's like, did you discuss that with your partner? And did they meet you that way? If I met you frequent in the club with your ass out, are those things you still want to do, or is it a requirement for me to be married to you that I can't do those things? And if it is, this is what my thoughts are on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think people have this, they start assuming this is what comes with marriage, or they just start making these adjustments and they're feeling negative about it.
Yeah.
And then it's a problem, and I'm mad with you because I can't be with my girls no more. I can't dress the way I want to dress no more. I can't drink the way I used to drink. And you hear people say it. I didn't tell you to stop none of all that. I didn't tell you that.
Exactly.
And it's like, you didn't tell me, but I knew you didn't like it. There's the problem.
But you didn't. You assumed, so you made an ass of you and me.
Yeah, or if you knew I didn't like it, then you knew we weren't going to be a good fit. So you dropped that stuff to get me into the marriage. And now you're mad because you can't be who you really are. You should have got with somebody where you guys could have a wet wedding and you guys could, you know, drink, have your butt out, whatever you want to do. It shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even have been like that. I think the jail sentence comes in because you don't ask enough questions and have an understanding of what you guys require or need in the relationship, not what the world's, you know what I'm saying, definition or picture of a marriage is. That's not cool. I need to know who I'm with. I feel the same way. If I'm trying to wear stuff to please everybody else, I need to know what pleases who I'm with.
Exactly.
You know, what is your mate like? Why are you worried about if everybody else is checking for you? Why are you worried about what's going on in somebody else's marriage? It's like, figure out what's going to work in your relationship while you're courting. Then you advance to the relationship and then marriage. And I think it won't be looked at as a jail sentence because you implementing everybody else's shit that's making their stuff work or go to jail. It don't work for you, you know?
Yep. Journey of a Legend, we know he said, I've never seen a happy man in a marriage, but I don't know why they're not happy. But it does have a lot to do with them feeling like things they could do before, they can't do anymore. Josiah said, "Oh no, LMAO." Then the example that Journey of a Legend gave, and Josiah gave the laughing emoji, and it looks like the green tea emoji. I don't know, or the bathtub. And Journey of a Legend said some of it has to do with compromise or lack thereof. That's who they are, and they feel like they're being changed. Combination of people being in your ear and not communicating. And he also said, and sometimes it is the woman they're dating who said now they don't like it. And then no, not wet wedding. I just think metaphor of the wet wedding.
I just think if you have an open conversation and be honest, because you're wasting people's time, just be honest about things you just are not open to doing. And we talked about
that when y'all are dating in a relationship. Don't wait till you get married.
But I don't think people date. I think people are in love with the idea of being that one. I think they specifically, I say for some women, not all of them, it's like, I'm the main girl. I's married now. I got a ring. Like he thinks so much of me. He got down on one knee or did whatever proposal he did, and it feels good. But all the stuff that comes with that, there are some sacrifices. There is some compromising. You will not be able to do every single thing you did when you were single. What's the point? If single life is just like married life, what's the difference?
Yeah.
And I think that's the same thing. Like, this is bad. Can you do the same stuff you do when you fat, when you skinny? No. So, I mean, let's just be basic with it. Like, the stuff you could do when you're smaller versus the stuff that you can or can't do when you're bigger. It's just different. And that's even physically. You need to know what I think that people should be asking someone that they are looking at, or interested in possibly, I could see us being married. What does marriage look like for you? Give me what a thriving marriage looks like for you. What does a good mate, a spouse look like for you? What are some things that you feel like would exemplify or a good spouse or have our marriage flourish? No, I don't think people are talking about that. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think you have to go to freaking, I'm not knocking it, but I hear people be like, we went to marriage counseling. I'm like, if y'all can't do counseling together and we can talk to each other, we got to go pay and find a mediator. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but everybody pockets aren't built like that. Mm-hmm. I need to be able to talk to who I'm with, and they need to be able to be receptive. Exactly. We need to either write some stuff down, put that shit in a bowl, pull it out, and be like, oh, okay, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to figure out if we got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, how we get to some sort of resolve or understanding of my needs and your needs and how we can meet in the middle. Mm-hmm. I just think people start with ooh, I'm attracted to you. Ooh, we can spend this amount of time together and it's fun. We have some things in common. The way our bank accounts are set up is good. The wedding can be wet or dry. Let's do it.
Yeah.
No.
I think what people should be thinking about when like you said, I don't think they really think about what a successful marriage looks like. They're listing things that don't matter instead of saying open communication, love, and admiration, or just those things that matter.
What's cool?
Instead of saying, oh, I mean, a good marriage is like me being able to go do me and, Like, if you want to have your me time within your marriage, that's fine. But you should be like open communication. You know what I'm saying? Time to ourselves, time to help our relationship thrive or, expand. You know what I'm saying? But people don't think like that. It's very, I guess, surface.
Well, I think one of the good things you said too, and it was kind of good because I don't think people differentiate between the two. You said people don't know what a good marriage looks like. And I think for some people, because they've never seen it, they just figure like, I'm going to make a cake. Like, if you've never seen it, you do have to be realistic and say, let's figure out what a good marriage for us could look like. Because I'm committing to be with you and you're going to be with me. And we haven't seen what we think is a good marriage. That's why it's like, what is your idea of a good marriage? And then we can see if we kind of Because somebody might be like, a good marriage to me is I still get to do what I want. And they might want to, swing, do some other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, that's in marriage for you? Yeah, that's what a good marriage looks like for me. So I feel like you don't have to, if you don't have an example, because you still can never see what's in somebody's marriage unless you're in it. You only can see what somebody shows you.
Exactly.
And specifically with social media today. Yeah, literally what they
it
show.
looks good, but don't mean it's good. They're doing it because they get in partnerships and money.
Right. So
but
it's
as
like,
soon as they get off social media, finish their filming, they go and living in different homes.
That's crazy.
Or in different rooms and hate each other, but they know that they're putting up this front of social media for the check.
So if you're a virgin and you want a dry wedding and you don't know what, we can't do it. You just gotta know, those are things you put on the table. Like, I'm a virgin. This is how I see marriage for me. This is, and I think that the more you have these conversations, I feel like people are maybe avoiding them or scared to have them because they like what's being presented to them. It's like, I don't want this to end. I like entertaining this. And if I start digging or messing with it too much, damn it, I might mess it up. So let me just kind of stay in the cuts a little bit and enjoy what I'm getting or what's being shown to me. And then, we'll ease into the other part.
Yeah.
How do you ease into it? You can't. It's like, this is what it is. And I want to know those questions before so I can be making a decision actively. If you we've already done this for 6 or 7 months. This is not going to work. And then don't even put kids into the equation because that's happening before. It just gets very complicated.
Wow.
And, and people can just bow out so quick now. It's just like, I'm done with this. It just didn't work. Irreconcilable difference.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I just would love to explore that a little bit more because irreconcilable difference in what, I need to know.
What did y'all not agree on?
Right.
After 14 years, what did y'all not agree on?
But I'm thinking he cheated and I don't agree that it was right. He had a baby on me and I just can't agree that that's okay. It's got to be like, that's what you mark for it to be look clean on paper. It's got to be that. He had another family and I just can't. It's irreconcilable differences. I can't wrap my mind around how that happened. It's got to be something like that happening, and you just mark that box to kind of keep it clean.
Yeah, because it's like when you're with someone for so long, I'm just trying well, what the hell don't y'all agree on? You're going to disagree on many of things in your relationship.
I think it's so many options out there, supposedly, because people just date very casually. Sex is very casual. Relationships are very casual. It's just like, I'm not feeling this car no more. I'm going to go get me another one. I don't do this no more. I've had this car for 14 years. I don't want to put a new engine in it. I don't want to, and I'm saying those things and analogy, like the engine would be the work into it. I'm a junkie and I'm just going to go give me something new off the lot. I'm going to upgrade and get me a 2000 whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot easier. But I feel like I would rather put the work into what I already have purchased outright instead of paying a car note. I look at that and I'm saying a car note, meaning like, I'm going to have to do some work.
Yeah.
For somebody new. I'm going to have to really figure, I'm going to do this whole thing over. And hopefully they really are who they say they are. This is not their representative that I'm using. It's not a farce,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that marriage is a jail sentence. I don't think it should get the bad rap that it gets.
Yeah. It's like experience it for yourself before you judge it.
Mm-hmm. Did you have some comments there or no?
Journey of Legend said that's the dumb mindset people have, or nicely put, ignorant. Okay, Dave Chappelle, I think you said something when he wrote that. Maybe gave off a Dave Chappelle pun. And then he said, I see how you try and tying your jokes in.
I entertain myself on these lives. I tickle me. If it's something I'm gonna run with, I just sit over there and I just, even if it's inside to me, I'll be over here.
Just laughing.
Yeah. It's like, you gonna take all this sober, like, wow. Okay. So you going back to your spicy or your mild?
I think I'm gonna pick a mild. Let's see.
How many people are in there still? It would be fun to see if they had a topic. I always like stuff like that.
It's showing we have 3. We can do a topic. Do you guys have a topic? Anyone have a topic you want us to do? We've got about 25 minutes left. Oh, we got 4. 4 just popped up now. Let's see. Anybody got a topic y'all want us to dive into?
If not, you could go ahead and pull.
I'll give them a few minutes to see if anyone says anything. Let us know if y'all got a topic you want us to discuss. Don't be shy.
This wine is good.
It is. I'm gonna have to go find it.
I finished it. The bottle is all in my cup now. It's in there now. I'm like, oh, okay.
This is still mine.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I've been trying to teach myself how to sip slower. All right, guys. So no one has a topic you want us to discuss. I'm gonna just grab for my bowl. Okay. Is love really unconditional?
Wow.
Oh, hold on. Journey of a Legend said, do women really want to know everything their man is thinking? Yeah and no.
I don't want to know everything anybody's thinking.
Yeah. Especially if you're a serial killer.
I think that could be hurtful. And not intentionally. I just think it depends on how you catch a person.
Yeah.
I think that, we get angry and stuff. And I'm thinking if he looked you said, this stupid mother, you'd be like, oh, I think that he or she needs to be allowed to have those private moments. I don't want to know. No, I don't.
Wasn't there a movie with Mel Gibson? What's it called? What Women Want?
Yeah, I never saw that.
He can read their mind.
Oh, I wouldn't want to know that. I wouldn't want a man to know what I was thinking. We could reverse it. I don't need him. I could be looking at you and
be like, damn, if I can just pull this knife and slit his throat right.
Oh, he said that's something that's always brought up. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, if it's brought up where they're saying, I definitely wouldn't want to know everything that. If we're just thinking men in general or their men, like who I'm with is thinking, no, I don't. I think that they should be allowed that privacy.
Yeah. Because once you know something, you can't go back.
No. And it may not even be true. It may just be they're having an angry moment in their head.
Yep.
And it's just like, I didn't need to be privy to that. That's your
bitch. And it's like, you just gonna be a bitch.
Oh, he said in general. Yeah. So I definitely don't want to do like what Mel Gibson, what women want. I don't want to know what men are thinking when I'm around them. I wouldn't want to know that. And I definitely I would want who I'm with to keep that privacy. Like they can have that peace. Because women will ask you, what you think about? Like, what you doing?
And then they'd be like, well, I nothing really. I was just thinking about the game on Friday, and then you get mad as a woman, like, damn, you ain't thinking about me? No, bitch.
No,
I ain't gonna be thinking about you 24/7.
No, and I wouldn't want a man to know what I was thinking either.
Yeah,
we can keep that. I don't need to read your mind.
Because if you piss me off, my thoughts might not be good at all.
And that's good. That's the place you need to have them. Right there. Don't you say that shit. Don't you say it. You better keep it right there. You bet. Because I've seen people like, you better not even think it. You could think it, and you better keep a straight face so I don't even know you're thinking it. Because it happens. That's why it's up here. You didn't say it. You can have that whole war in your head. You just better not bring that to me. Don't bring it to me.
That was a good one, Journey of a Legend.
But that one you said, is love really unconditional?
And Meredith, I know she was responding to it when I asked the question. I'm gonna say no.
What?
Is
Oh,
love?
yeah, I'm with her.
Yeah,
No.
I agree too. It's just like what really is unconditional love? Like, you know?
I think people will test you and ask you to have unconditional love for them.
Yeah.
I think that if you lead with, even marriage vows will say that, to love them for better, for worse.
Yeah.
I think if you come in talking about, I want someone to love me unconditionally, I'm already about to give you the side eye and be suspect.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
perfect.
No, I feel like you set me up to do some bull.
Yeah.
And you want me to be like, you said unconditional. And it's like, don't do me like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that the depths of someone's love, you will never know until going through or growing through things with them. People can say a lot of stuff, but I think until you're in true relationship, and not just husband, wife, girlfriend, boy, that type. I'm talking about friendships and stuff, because love is displayed in all different levels.
Many situationships.
Think of, we can go back a couple of lives. Remember the live where you were saying the friendship dissolved because of something that happened with you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm having a bit. That was the love. That was an expression of love. Like, damn, I'm really getting hemmed up about something that's happening in my life. But you will never know that all the years you've been in that relationship until that particular thing happened.
Yeah.
So that the love of that, or the strength of that relationship, is tested. So I think that people can say, I'm going to love you unconditionally. Yeah. But it will be tested.
Yeah.
Somebody go, I love you unconditionally. It's like, I went and had a whole family. I got a whole family and I had some babies on you while we were together. I need you to still love me unconditionally. It's like, what?
Get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you.
Or you lose all the money. You dip into your joint account and you have a gambling habit that they don't know about, and you lost all the money. Or you put the house up and you guys are losing the house because of a bad investment that you made. Mm-hmm. Those are things that's going to test your love for somebody. Like, what? Wait, what? Test it. But I don't want to lead with, I'm going to test and see how unconditional your love is.
Exactly.
I think that you can say I love a person, and there are levels of love that can lead you to different types of relationship, and that is friendship and and other forms of relationships, even doing business with somebody. It's a level of trust that has to be there.
Yeah.
But you could be like, after all these years, I can't believe, I never would have thought in a million years they would have done that to me.
Yeah.
So it's a trust, but it's a gamble.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of,
the word unconditional puts such a, what's the word I'm looking for? It puts like this high standard that doesn't exist in a relationship. Just love the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and if things happen in the in-between and you find that you're falling out with love, or shit just ain't working, then leave, I guess. But I think just the unconditional part puts such a high standard, and people get it, I don't know, just stuck in their head sometimes. Like, shit, you said you was going to love me unconditionally.
Right.
That's not a pass for you to cheat on me.
Do you think that there should be some prerequisites in the beginning? You're not stating that it's unconditional love, but these are things you guys are going to set out to not do. Like, I will not do these things. I will not do those things. So those are things that are on the table, pretty much like you knew that was.
If I told you, you cheat on me, it's a wrap. Period. Right. But that too is a form of communicating from the jump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your partner knows that's something that you will just not stand, then don't do that shit. Or if you feel like you want to be a cheater, then don't get into a situationship with that person.
You know what? It's interesting. I just had a thought. We're exploring unconditional love from a relationship standpoint, but what about when it comes to your children and your family? I think that unconditional gets a little different. You know, when it's your children or sometimes family members. Some of us tend to stretch it or have a little more leeway with someone than we would with our partners in marriage or relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's my kid, or
Yeah.
that's my mom, or that's my brother, or that's my sister. So it's like, oh, you got unconditional love for them. You're more forgiving, but for me, it's off with my head.
Yeah.
So I wonder, do you think that the scales are weighted differently when it comes to the nature of the relationship?
Because they're blood and their family versus you're just
Yeah.
someone that I just got with.
Yeah.
Or
not got with, you're in a marriage with them.
Yeah.
Husband,
because
child, family.
You will be quick to dismiss your partner, your husband, or whatever in certain issues, whereas your family, you might dismiss them temporarily, and then it's like, but now we're over it, but you couldn't get over the issues with your partner. I don't know. That's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? And you have your kids, so of course, I think it's just, you don't even have to say I love my kid unconditionally. It's just that you just know that's your kid, but damn.
Meredith said even family has conditional love. It does, but I think sometimes, yeah, it does. But I think when those three, I find people have a little more leeway
towards the family
parents. Oh man, with kids go automatically to the top.
Yeah.
I think that with kids, you see it quickly. It's like they'll make allowances. And I know the nature of the relationship is different, but with children, you will see some parents or mothers. I haven't had experience with the fathers, but mothers you'd be like, you would never let nobody treat you like that. There are people that are in their ear saying, why are you letting your kid do you this way? Why are you still even going through this with them? Because it's their kid and they can't. I think it's definitely displayed the unconditional love there, because they will be in pain, still trying to make some sense out of something with the child. Family, I think it depends on the title.
Yeah.
There's people with parents like, that's my mom, that's my dad. Like I can't be that. That's my mother. I know they're wrong, but that's my mom. They'll be more accepting of it because it's like, that's my mom. I can't even. That's just their way. But the spouse,
it's like,
no, you know better. You better not. You can't, and I think it's just different levels to the unconditional love. But I think for those, the blood, I think sometimes they
get more of a pass.
Oh yeah.
And is that considered compartmentalizing your love?
But what's crazy is you can still get stressed out the same way for any three of those people. I don't think you should allow yourself to be more of a doormat for somebody because you're blood related. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it should be like, you can take me through the ringer a little bit more and dog me out because you're my family versus I'm married to this person, so they can't. That's crazy.
What's that thing they say? You just because you're blood don't mean, like, you could have friends that are more family than your blood who is family.
Yeah.
There's like a whole saying of it. Like, you could choose, you're born into a family, but you could technically choose your family.
Right. You can. And another thing, I think that the thing across the board that everybody should take, I know I do, you're not going to mistreat me. I don't care who you are. My mama, my daddy, my kid, my cousin, my uncle, my grandmama, my spouse.
Yes.
That should be a rule across the board for self-care. You are worthy of being treated right. So why would you allow someone else to be like, well, they can dog me a little more because they're an elder?
No, you can't, because you can get this mouth just like the next person.
Yeah, or this thumb.
This you can get these thumbs.
It was such a good setup. practical jokes over here. You set yourself up. You can get this mouth, and I was like, or this stuff.
I love how our clips be getting us doing some kind of something.
Oh my gosh. But I think that when you understand, you love yourself, you know what you come to the table with, you set healthy boundaries, no one is going to mistreat you. And I think that there are some, I even think, you know, even when we did that, if I get caught cheating, I think that in some instances where relationships have had cheating take place, they may be able to grow from that, because there may have been some issues there where that happened because of this and that, you know. But if you keep in for me, if I'm keeping a tight, hand on the pulse of the relationship, and it's like, yo, I checked off the box, I crossed the T's, dotted the I's. I know that if this happens, you just did it because you wanted to.
Yeah.
We communicate, we do this and that, then that standard of you will not do this to me is in place.
Yeah.
I don't deserve this.
Yeah.
And I think that people are not deserving of unconditional love. Me being spiritual, Jesus went to the cross. I didn't. And that's where I'm at with it. So you can go ask them for forgiveness. I'm going to need, like our last topic, I can forgive you. I'm going to need to heal from this.
Yes.
So it's a process. So I forgive you. But what healing looks like for me right now is me not dealing with you, this relationship dissolving. I can't, because I've been hurt.
Exactly.
And we're not going to overlook that.
Exactly.
So there's still love there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's conditional. I think that I've been hurt. And this is what healing looks like for me. So don't look at it as being unconditional love. Look at it as the transgression hurt me. I forgive you. I love you. But this is how it's going to look for me right now, for my healing, for my sanity, for, me. This is the picture of it. And if you love me, you'll understand.
Exactly.
Don't just put that on me.
My process.
Don't you put that on me.
Oh, you don't never let it go. Oh, I let it go, but you ain't gonna rush my healing.
I think sometimes somebody needs to not have to feel the way they feel. And knowing that someone hurt you makes a person feel shitty. And for you to keep bringing it up makes them feel shitty. So they need for it to end. It's torture. But I think if someone really genuinely loves you and has an understanding that what has happened, it happened. And you did what you're going to do. Now this has to happen as a result. Exactly. You need to be like, I'm willing to figure this out. I'm willing to be here because this is a result of what I did.
Yeah.
If they're not trying to do that,
it was torture for me of you doing what you did. So let me heal.
Listen, if they don't get that, they can take their thumbs, dry weddings, all of it, and be gone.
When I say they can be gone, they can.
Yeah, bye.
Go away.
Yeah. Earlier, you need to go away. I don't even know why. I was like, did she say go away?
Thumbs, wet weddings, and go away.
Yeah, but why go? When you said, if you're not going to be a good friend, you just need to go away. I'm like.
It's just what came out of me.
But I don't think that a person, you have to dismiss people sometimes. I believe people will keep sitting there exhibiting the bad behavior and being who they are because that's who they truly are. I think sometimes you have to be bold and this is who I am and this is unacceptable and we're dissolving this. Just like you divorce, you can dissolve friendships. I believe you can dissolve relationships with your family. Some people aren't about that life. I am. If it messes with my peace, I'll be like, we can't rock like this no more because you really disrupt my peace. And I'll probably catch a case dealing with you. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is we're going to end this.
Yep.
And I think that's a self-care and mental health choice. People talk about self-care and specifically right now, mental health is always a heavy topic. Yeah. I've always been taught self-care when I was coming up, but I put the two together because self-care is the mental health. I think that when you know someone mistreats you or you know someone doesn't value the relationship and what you put into it, and I'm saying on any spectrum, family member, child, spouse, whatever. Job. People leave jobs.
Yeah.
You know, a job doesn't see the value in you anymore. There are things that you hope that would have happened during your employment, and it's not. You have the right and the power to end that shit. And for jobs, you can start creating an exit strategy. You are worth more, and your sanity and you having peace of mind and feeling good about what you come to the table with and all those different relationships is important. You know?
Exactly.
Like when you go to a job interview, it's like you know, or so are there any questions, you know, because this is a great company to work for and I'm gonna be an asset to this company too. There is value in me as reflected on my resume. And if you hire me, you'll definitely see the value that I bring to your company. The head of the company can be anywhere because we make the wheels on the bus go round and round. I think that, you know, having that value, unconditional love, and marriage being a jail sentence, and you know, even the first topic we had about, you know, just kind of seeing where you're at. When we're better to ourselves, we're just better to each other.
Exactly.
And I think we have a better idea of what we'll be accepting of and how we want to move forward with relationships with people.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so those things are just, I think that's like being on a path to getting some good things happening in your life. And when you're good, like they say on the plane, you put the mask on yourself first.
Yep.
Or you put it on the other person, because it's like, how am I help you? And we both in a bad situation. So, you know, when I'm good to me and I'm growing as a person, I in turn can be better to those around me.
Exactly. Let me read some of these comments. Journey of the Legend said, it's a lot of men that feel love is conditional. It's love until you stop providing what that person wants. Definitely got to know what y'all definition of unconditional is, because that's different from person to person. That's a good point, B. And then Meredith said, even family has conditional love. Journey of Legend said, you're an anomaly. And wow. Yep. So those are our comments.
Yeah. Those are good topics though.
Yeah, we had some good stuff tonight.
Yeah, no, those were I liked all of those topics.
Yeah.
Even the virgin one just threw me all left. I was like,
what's that?
Because it's almost like it's unheard of nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the way people be promoting sex on social media, you think there ain't no more virgins left in the world.
It's like it's bad for you not
you got your citizens, the geriatrics, what I like to call them, promoting sex.
I saw a TikTok of she had to be like 60. She was throwing her butt. She was like showing it said like it's real. And she was like showing like my cake is real. And I was like, you should not be on here doing this. But it's a trend and people want to keep up with stuff. And I just think that the uniqueness, and I've talked about this, like, keep your individuality, man.
Yeah.
Do not go with the masses.
Exactly. Just don't. You just get lost.
Journey of a Legend said, y'all gonna need snippets for all these topics. I was gonna say those good ones tonight. I like
thumbs up.
It's gonna be a whole different saying, like, girl, he was all thumbs. You get on the phone and be like, how was it? Girl, he was all thumbs. And somebody would be like, what did they mean by that?
I've dealt with the thumb before.
Have you really? Oh my gosh.
I didn't stay. We were in a relationship. It was casual, but I tried a few times, couldn't do it.
Ew, did you jump the whole person? Were they a good person?
They were cool, but it just wasn't going to work out. It wasn't a prospect for me anyway. It was just, just some casual. But thumbs,
you were just hitchhiking.
It was thumbs down.
You was just hitchhiking.
And he wasn't a little big, so he wasn't giving. All he had was the thumbs. He wasn't giving no extra. And I tried, but it just.
Dang, you give a different meaning to hitchhike. You was like, I was just passing through.
Out.
A thumb? Well, some people have big thumbs. So are you just saying like the regular?
Bitch, it was a thumb. A thumb, literally. A thumb.
Erect.
A thumb, yeah. So when it was small, it just hit with the balls.
You know, I feel bad. How does a man, what if we were men and we had to deal with that? Because we don't have sized vaginas. You know what I'm saying? We have.
But he really thought he was doing something, though.
Well, he had to come in feeling that way because he already probably knew it was a thumb.
He had to be in the sausage.
Yeah, so how do you take that from him if he,
I just did what I have to do and try to make it. I didn't hurt his feelings, but I just made sure that the sex was off the table. Because I can't do so. I tried to be creative. I turned around,
Well, if the thumb's not working from the front, it ain't gonna work from the back, okay? It's the thumb, okay? When I said creative, I meant like coming into other ways that you can be pleasured, minus the thumb. For you, if the thumb is what would be getting you off, and I'm saying thumb, but if a woman knows, because some women don't get off from penetration, I'm saying, so if a man, if you know, like, yo, I want penetration, like that's the only way I can have an orgasm, and I'm gonna need that. Now he's working with the thumb, so you guys gotta figure some stuff out. But if you were like, there are other options, there's some other stuff that we can explore. I don't have to have that.
I couldn't explore anything else. I just couldn't. The thumb went up, then the thumb went down.
A thumb.
It was out the door.
That kind of sucks because it's like we as women aren't based on size. That's cold. A man can get booted for size. No matter how great he is, do you think a man should be discarded for size?
I don't know, because I prefer a decent size thing.
But if a man was like Jay-Z or Kanye, Jay-Z is courting you. He's the businessman that he is and all that, and you guys get ready to get some action, and he has a thumb. What do you do? He's Jay-Z. Do you junk it? Or do you we gonna figure this out?
It's Jay-Z. I'm gonna figure this out.
See, that's not right. Because the guy
But I tried to figure it out a few times with the man. It didn't work.
But you can't say because it's Jay-Z, because what happens is that gives men, when I talked about that girdle last week, that a man will be like, it don't matter what I got, because if my pockets is right, I can get whoever I want. And now he feels like he can have whoever he wants based on his status, and it compensates for his thumb. Right?
And Jay-Z probably got a thumb. Do you think he got a thumb? There's this thing that said, do tall men have small penises and short men have big penises?
No, that it's been over the years. It's supposedly proven. You see it a lot. Tall men supposedly have smaller and short men have bigger. But I don't think that. I saw Any Given Sunday. Remember that big football player on Any Given Sunday?
Uh-huh.
The wrestler?
Yeah.
I think that was really him.
Him.
It was showing. And then wasn't Safari, didn't they show his penis on the internet or Instagram?
I don't know, probably.
Remember Safari with Erica Mena and all them? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was out. They was like, oh my God, like he's huge. And Safari's, is he skinny? He's tall.
Yeah, he's pretty slim.
I don't think you'll know what's in the box until it's open.
Yeah, like Game in his gray sweatpants. Was that really his gray sweatpants dangling there in his sweatpants?
I don't believe it. Didn't Game used to be a stripper?
I don't know, did he?
Game, you can Google that. Game was a stripper. That was the whole joke. He was a stripper.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't look at him, try to see a man's print or anything.
He said that's why he make a lot of money on his OnlyFans.
Who?
The Game?
Oh.
Or Safari?
Probably Safari. Well, I feel like this. I can only do so much looking at a man's penis. That it's like, okay, now what? Like, okay. I'm
And I
not
don't
saying I
want
want
to
to
just
see
sit there
all
looking at a
thumbs.
penis. Let's just get to it.
I'm not saying I want to see a thumb, but I think that you gotta work me up to the penis here. I don't want to just be like, oh my God, I saw the print in his sweats. I want him.
Yeah,
Because
no.
Safari, I don't care how big it is. Safari is not attractive to me. When he
Yeah.
opens his mouth and the stuff he's attached to, boo, it just keeps going downhill. I don't care how big it is. I would never want to sleep with that man.
Yeah.
He lacks tact and couth and class, and it's
Yeah.
always a man in drama. Just, oh, I'm dry.
Thumbs down.
It's like, yuck, I don't care what you packing. So the thumbs guy will probably be running a race. And then if it was those two sitting somewhere, and I'd have to get creative because I'd be like, I don't want him. Dang. Elle, you cold blooded. She said, I got rid of him. He was all thumbs. I, I think a man could catch you for what he says, Elle, and you deal with the thumb. It depends on the man. He just wasn't
I
that.
mean, we never stopped talking. Well, we don't talk now, but even after that, we were still cool.
Elle, I
He
think
just
he
don't
just
know
wasn't
why I did never, I'm pretty sure he knew why though, but
Elle, I think he just wasn't that guy. I think if it was the right guy, you would have figured out what to do with that thumb.
maybe.
You would have. If he just didn't have enough of the other stuff. I think if he did, you would have been like, I found a site where we can get, yeah, you would have been like, we can get a mold of the size I'd like for it to be, and you can insert yours in. You would have been looking because it would have
I
been
love
like,
your creativity, Bear.
yeah, you would have been like, oh, because I just love everything else about him. You would have figured something out. It's just
We got a minute and 20 seconds.
You wasn't feeling him.
Oh, we got a minute and 20 seconds left. This has been an interesting, amazing thumbs up live. And maybe this is just going to be a part of the segment. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't know. We'll see. But
you ain't right. No, you're not right. Well, as always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, suggested topics that you want to go on the bowls, you can always choose an email at watchsippinglive@gmail.com. You can hit us in the DM as well. See it, we'll throw it in the bowl, and then we have these random topics. Or like tonight, we had some people, like, hey, I think that was Journey of a Legend, great topic that you had in there because I don't want to know what my guy is thinking. I think he
put some thumbs up in the comments too, guys.
Yeah, he can maintain that privacy, or they say privacy, or dignity. He can keep that part. It's off limits. But it's been great. I'm glad you guys are still rocking with us, and I just enjoy the conversation. Whether it's 1, 8, 10, 3, whatever, it's just always good. So you guys have a good night. I done finished it. Cheers.
Cheers.